Revelation 6:4. And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon, to take peace from the earth, and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword. You don't even have to hear it. See how devastating it is. Call halal Yahweh Ba'Shem Awashai, Ba'Shem Rakak Wadash. Double honors unto the apostles, double honors unto the elder bishops. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives and their freedom to do so, now more so than ever. To the scattered elect that are scattered around the four corners of the earth, that be like unto the speckled bird, the Israelite foreigners, and to the Akwaf that are listening and learning, to you I say shalom. This is your brother Malcolm from the branch of the Great Millstone here in Chicago. Chose to use this video as a background. That's the Sig Sauer, the new military M250, replacing the M249, which was called the SAW, Squad Automatic Weapon. So supposedly this one is better and has an even, because of the SAW fired a 5.62, and this one fires a larger round, and it's supposed to be better in every way. So, but anyway, that's Esau's blessing, is his sword, his firepower, his weaponry. That is how he got dominion and rule over the earth, by taking it through the force of the sword. All right. So everything that he has literally is stolen and illegitimate, and his rule, and he rules the world that way. All right. And then he uses his what he refers to his police force, and he uses it very unrighteously. So let's play this quick video clip.
So word has it that a bounty has been placed on the heads of the
I don't know what just happened there.
So word has it that a bounty has been placed on the heads of the 8 police officers that executed Jalen Walker in Akron, Ohio a couple of weeks ago. And to that, I say, keep your head on a swivel, because something tells me that this is real. I think people have had enough of these executions. They're no longer going to stand by and just allow cops just to kill people at will. I mean, how do you shoot a man, an unarmed man, 60 motherfucking times?
Damn.
How do you do that? 60 times.
Unarmed.
They shot at him 90 times. 90. 60 of them hit. So, people are tired.
And mind you, within a 2-week period of that shooting, there were 2 white males who actually shot and killed police officers, and both were taken alive into custody. But yet, unarmed men of color get gunned down all the time here in America. All the time. And most of the average white person can say, well, he should have complied. Well, we've seen the videos where people comply and get shot anyway.
I don't condone violence of any sort. I really don't. But whoever put this bounty on these cops' heads, I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all. Much love. Now, whether or not they'll be successful at it remains to be seen. But as long as a threat is out there and is scaring the shit out of those motherfuckers who killed this young man, that's good enough for me. That's good enough for me. The days of a cop executing someone and going on administrative leave, paid administrative leave.
Exactly. Did a vacation.
Takes a couple of days off, comes back. So they just go through the drill, so to speak. The higher ups go through the drill. They put them on paid administrative leave. They say that they're going to investigate. But in a couple of days later, that motherfucker's back out on the streets. doing the same shit that he was doing before he got placed on paid administrative leave. I'm not anti-cop and I'm not pro-cop. I'm somewhere in the middle, because I cannot sit here and say that every single cop on the police force across this country is a corrupt cop. A lot of them are. As a matter of fact,
and see, we can end it right there, because whether they are or they're not, they're working for a corrupt system, which they know. They're very well aware that it's corrupt. They know that. And they know that often the law is not favorable toward certain demographics of people. They're very well aware of it. So, they're just going to receive the punishment, because the scriptures clearly say that that a man shall reap what he sows. As a matter of fact, all these police officers and anyone for that matter who's taken a life of someone unrighteously, unjustly, that's what's going to happen to you. And if not to you, your loved ones. The Lord is going to get you back. This is Galatians 6:7, and it reads, "Be not deceived, God is not mocked. For whatsoever a man soweth, that also shall he reap. So, if you committed a heinous act like that, you best believe it's going to come back on you. You just don't get to walk off into the sunset and collect a paycheck. Something is going to happen. This is Colossians 3:25. But he that doeth wrong shall receive for the wrong which ye have done. And there is no respect of persons." And these people, they have no regard for the lives of our people. They just don't. And then they make up all kind of excuses. And, and basically you let the police the police. And, you let murderers police murderers. And quite honestly, that's exactly what it is. Because the police are not here to serve and protect the citizens. They're here to serve and protect the Rothschilds. They're here to serve and protect the benefit of their Edomite handlers. Their assets. That's why they're here, and for no other reason. All right. This is Revelation. Revelation 18:6, and it reads, "Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double according to her works, and the cup which she hath filled, fill unto her double." So they have to pay back double for what they've done. All right? As simple as that. They have to pay back double for what they've done. Let me play one more scripture. This is let me grab one more scripture. Let me play one more scripture. This is Job 20 and 22, and I'm gonna read all the way to the end, because this weapon of destruction, this sword, this modern day sword, they're going to be used. Not only are they going to be used against police officers and military, they're going to be using on each other. This place is completely divided. This is a civil war. You're going to have soldier versus soldier, civilian versus soldier, police officer versus soldier, police officer versus civilian. It's going to be a complete and total mayhem here in America soon. All right, when everything fails, and they're preparing for that. They've been preparing for this for quite some time now. All right, but this is Job 20 and 22, and it reads, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits, and every hand of the wicked shall come upon him." So that's the hand of the workers, the people, the citizens. You saw what just happened in Sri Lanka, and what's going on in Armenia, what's going on in Rome. They're hunting down these rich people and killing them in the streets, man. They were hunting down people in Sri Lanka and beating them to death and killing them. They were pushing the cars of the super wealthy into the ocean. All right? And eventually, these docile, drugged up Americans, all right, that's one of the reasons why we're so heavily drugged here, is to keep the people docile. But eventually, these Americans are gonna wake up, and it's gonna be bad, because when they go hunting for their government officials and things of that nature, Americans are extremely and heavily armed. All right, they're not gonna be just chasing people with sticks and machetes and shovels. All right, that's bad enough. They're going to actually be coming. They'll probably have those things on them as well, but they're also going to have a lot of firearms. Okay? And so, and part of their plans, it said in the fullness of their sufficiency, the president just announced the digital currency. So that's another thing too with these Israelite groups like IUIC and ISUPK. You people that are still watching these people, you got to be out of your mind at this point, man. Or the Lord just really hates you and is not with you because he's allowing you to follow that sort of madness, man. When it's plain and clear, when your own government, your president is telling you that you're about to go digital and the digital is connected to something that's injected, but yet they're denying, Revelation 13 and 16. All right. So, this, the Lord is going to have, is going to do a great and ugly work here to you non-believers. All right. That's what's going to happen, man. Okay. Let me grab one more scripture because these people come in, subtly, and they give you all these speeches. And I'm thinking of Antiochus, the way he spoke to the Israelites in First Maccabees, and how he came upon them. And how many times have you seen on a video where a random, stop, all of a sudden go sideways, and Jake ends up just getting, brutally shot to death with multiple rounds and bullets, enough to kill 4 or 5 people on one person. All right. This is First Maccabees 1:30, and it reads, "And he spake peaceable words unto them," and this is speaking about Antiochus, "but all was deceit." All right. And it says, "For when they had given him credence, he fell suddenly upon the city and smote it very sore and destroyed much people of Israel." And that's what they're going to do now. The same thing again, because they're telling you, they're telling you to take the BAM, and they're telling you, that everything's going to be all right medically. They're telling you that everything's going to bounce back. Meanwhile, your oil, your gas, your gasoline, your food, and your power supplies are all in danger of running out very soon. All right. There's even a threat, which is, I believe, is a false flag in the making, right? Which could set this whole thing off. But there's a threat, supposedly, against Donald Trump and Mike Pence for Soleimani. And it's funny that threat came out right after this, this PSA about the destruction that could possibly hit New York. So I believe these people are planning something, and I wouldn't put it past the American government to commit a horrible atrocity where people actually die. All right, that's what a false flag event means. It doesn't mean that no one dies. It means that most of these false flag events, people actually do die. The problem is that who's committing this false flag, all right, and then who's taking the fall for it. That's two different things. But I believe that it's going to be a false flag event, and they're going to blame it on some outside, the Russians or someone or something. And I think they're afraid of that too, because they don't want Trump to get back in office, and Trump is more than likely going to run again, and he definitely will win. Even probably half of the Democratic Party would vote for him at this point. All right, so they can't have that. Either way, it's gonna, let me grab one more scripture. I think it's thinking of Second Ezra. It's a wax code. Let me see. 16, 20. Yeah, this is Second Ezra 6:24. And it reads, "And at that time shall friends fight one against another." So you're going to have, or people from Oregon fighting against people from Washington, and people from Washington fighting against people from California and Idaho. And it's just going to be crazy out here, man. All right. And with the lack of food, a lot of heavily armed people are going to turn on one another. All right. And all you preppers who made it public to everyone around you that you prepped, well, you know what? You made yourselves targets. OK. But it says, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand still in fear of those that dwell therein, and the springs of fountains shall stand still." So there's going to be no water, no food, man. All right. And in 3 hours they shall not run. All right. So whatever amount of time that is, You know, it's going to get pretty bad in America. And just like I always tell you, the day is going to come when it's going to be a pretty bad thing to be an Edomite, a so-called white person. And it's going to be just as bad if you're in law enforcement, because a lot of law enforcement are going to probably quit. Like I said, and they're going to all be against each other. You're going to have wars within the police departments against and within the military. It's just going to be complete madness out here. That's how bad it's going to get. All right. So with that, I hope this was an edifying lesson. Call halal Yahweh by Shalom Shai by Shem Rakak Badash. Wa Abba Babal. Kwam Yasarala Shalom.